let's make them easy for them, no, na lalo-lalo na po yung mga OFWs, mahirap po mapalayo sa pamilya. Hindi po nababayaran ng lungkot, wag na natin dagdagan yung kanilang pasanin. Nandito rin po ang ating PRC. We look forward to a meaningful discussion regarding this matter. Mr. Chair, salamat po sa pagdinig na ito. Asahan niyo po, nandito lang po ako bilang iyong Vice Chairperson na sumusuporta sa committee. Salamat po. Salamat sa lahat ng narito.
Thank you, Your Honor, Senator Bongo, the Vice Chairman of this committee. May we hear from DMW? Sir, you have the floor. Go ahead.
Maraming salamat po, Mr. Chair. Pagbati at paggalang po sa ating chairperson po ng committee na to at of course yung vice chairperson na Senator Bongo. Ako po si Assistant Secretary Benicio Ligaspi ng Department of Migrant Workers. Halos 3 dekada pong OFW sa Saudi Arabia bago po nakapasok dito sa DMW. At kasama ko rin po rito ang ating attached agency, si Attorney Ana, common ng Overseas Workers Welfare Administration at yung mga director ko po na narito. Pinapaabot po ng Department of Migrant Workers ang buong suporta sa inisyatiba ng inyong committee upang i-exempt ang kwalipikadong overseas Filipino workers mula sa saklaw ng Republic Act 10912 o yung Continuing Professional Development Act of 2016. Naniniwala kami na ang panukalang ito ay alinsunod sa pulisiya ng Estado na protektahan ang karapatan at itaguyod ang kapakanan ng mga OFW at kanilang pamilya. Kung atin pong babalikan ang RA 10912, parang tinitingnan ko, it's more like one size fits all. Maganda yung batas, pero hindi ko po nabasa o parang hindi isa na lang alang doon ang sitwasyon ng mga OFW. Umaasa lang sa temporary exemption ng PRC, kaya laging may kawalan ng katiyakan para sa OFW. So, mayroon po kaming position paper, will manifest and will submit. Pero para in the interest of time, mayroon pong 4 na kailangan po naming ilatag sa floor para tingnan po ang sa posisyon na ito. Una po yung permanent exemption para sa qualified OFWs. Qualified, word qualified. Tukuyin ang definition ng qualified upang malinaw at target ang exemption. Kasi dapat ang titingnan kasi natin dito, which is isa yun sa is yung competitiveness ng mga OFW sa global community. Kung hindi natin isaalang-alang kung titingnan natin at biglang mawawala. Dahil alam na po natin ng ating mga mag-aaral ay medyo sa international standard ay hindi nakakaakma. Tingnan natin po siguro ang na hindi naman totally na mawawala dapat yung CPD. Dahil yun din po ang nakita kong proposisyon po ng PRC sa Civil Service Commission kanina. Pangalawa pa yung shared CPD system na dapat kilalanin yung professional practice at work experience ng OFWs. Yung self-directed learning at saka online program, saka yung in-house training at employer-sponsored program. Yung pangatlo po, nabanggit po kanina ni Honorable Senator Amy Marcos na yung antigo na infrastructure siguro na kailangan nating tingnan dapat yung CPD accreditation system natin talagang full blast na po yun. Tapos nabanggitin na dapat yung online program o digital platform isama na rin dito at saka yung accreditation po ng mga provider. Kasi doon po sa ibang bansa na yung mga kasama ko talagang nagkakaroon talaga ng challenge. Una, malayo sila dito. Pangalawa, kung walang online, nandoon lang yung lalo na yung hindi sa dito sa mga cities, ang mahirap po at saka mahal pa. So yun ang kailangan natin. Pangalawa po, Ay yung pang-apat, kagaya ng sinasabi ko, yung dapat yung mga bumabalik ng mga OFW, kailangan din silang mag-undergo nito kasi part ng reintegration program. Kung ako ay isang lawyer o kaya ako isang accountant, kung hindi ako mag-undergo, hindi ako ma-update sa sarili ko, baka mga pa ako. So, nire-recognize po namin na Mr. Chair yung importansya at saka yung proposal na to repeal through doon sa batas ng 3.1. Pero kailangan po i-strike natin yung balanse ng global competitiveness ng OFW sa international market at saka yung of course, yung pagtulong natin about accessibility, about practicality, about doon sa savings pagdating doon. So, yun lang po dahil kami naman dito sa Department of Migrant Workers at talagang welfare and service protection na kailangan namin. At base dito sa dalawang batas, siguro doon sa batas na instead of i-repeal doon sa panukalang batas na authored by Senator Lapid. Ano natin po, hindi lang parang mere an exemption, dapat ito ay tungo sa komprehensibo at pangmatagalang polisiya na makikinabang hindi lang mga OFW kundi sa lahat ng Filipino professionals. Thank you, Mr. Chair, and back to you.
Thank you. Salamat. Maraming salamat, Asik Ligaspe. Next, may we hear from DepEd? Meron mga DepEd dito?
They're represented by NAEAP, sir, the National Educators Academy of the Philippines. They're represented by NAEAP, sir. They're NAEAP, National Educators Academy of the Philippines.
Okay.
Part of DepEd.
NAEAP.
Yeah.
Go ahead. You have the floor.
Magandang umaga po. May kabawatan po from NAEAP po, DepEd. Similar to what the previous two speakers have said, with regards to the bill at hand, we don't have much comments, but we will submit a formal position paper as well. But off the cuff lang po, we just wanna state that it's more of the practices so far that need to be improved rather than paano ba to? Yung access of OFWs. Kumbaga po, meron na po kasing existing mechanisms. Baka ang kailangan na pong i-strengthen yung CPT accreditation system po. Since there are online mechanisms or self-directed mechanisms that OFWs can undertake, it's more of may cost din po kasi yung pag-accredit ng CPD. So baka a mechanism that would allow for example, OFWs to have their self-directed learning or online learning accredited for free or support to that effect po. Yun po yung aming view for now po.
Thank you very much. PRC is listening to all your comments and I'm sure they are as the chief implementer of this law, alam nila kung paano gagawin. Mag-a-adjust sila, pinapakinggan nila kayo. Next is Department of Health. Department of Health. Yes, ma'am, go ahead. You
Good
have the floor.
morning, Mr. Chair. Thank you. Based on our review of SBN 316 and SBN 351, we are respectfully submitting below our position for your consideration. On SBN 316, we support the intent of the bill, which seeks to exempt qualified OFWs from CPD requirement for license renewal in recognition of the unique challenges faced by the health professionals working abroad, including limited access to CPD programs, the high cost and the logistical barriers to access these programs, Mr. Chair, and the reality that many of the OFWs are actually already undergoing rigorous professional development to assimilate to the foreign health system that they are in. But to further support the intent of the bill, we are submitting recommendations that we will submit to your committee po, which you can consider po to enhance the bill. First is to define the clear exemption criteria. We are of the opinion that the CPD compliance should be waived only when the overseas experience itself serves as a form of continuing professional education or development. Secondly, we would like to suggest to explore options for reduced CPD requirements for qualified OFWs, recognizing their circumstances overseas, crediting overseas practice and experience through a formal evaluation and equivalency system. Third, recognize foreign training and certifications as valid CPD equivalents. And also to develop a reintegration training program for returning OFWs to bridge foreign to local practice standards and facilitate re-entry to the Philippine healthcare system. And lastly, to strengthen free online CPD platforms to increase ease of access that accommodate time zones and work schedules abroad. On Senate Bill number 351, while we acknowledge the implementation challenges of the CPD Act, Mr. Chair, we respectfully support the continued implementation of the Act as a necessary mechanism.
Huwag kang mahiyang mag-upo sa aking bill. Parang kang naiiyak dyan. Pero relax ka lang.
Nahihiya po ako.
Huwag kang mahiya. I am a senator. I am an open-minded person. I am willing to hear everything. Huwag kang mag-alala. Kaya lang naman pinahal ko yan. As I've said, born out of frustration coming from our professionals. Opisina po naman bumbahin ng reklamo ng mga... Ang dami talaga ng reklamo. As I've said, I recognize the noble intention of this law. But nagkaproon lang tayo na problema sa implementation. I'm sure yung implementation medyo i-improve pa natin kung talagang para wala na magreklamo. So huwag kang maglalala, nahihiya ka sabihin mo sa akin na ayaw namin sa bill mo, Mr. Chair. Relax lang. Go ahead, ma'am. Go ahead.
Mr. Chair, thank you for the assurance also. But as DOH, we respectfully have to play the role. We need to uphold professional standards, ensure sustained learning for Filipino professionals, strengthen the global competitiveness of Filipino professionals, and most importantly po, Mr. Chair, we need to ensure public safety. And particularly in the healthcare sector where knowledge, practice standards, and technologies are evolving very, very quickly. Kailangan pong updated palagi po ang ating mga health professionals. Instead of completely repealing the act, Mr. Chair, we recommend that the Honorable Chair considers recalibrating the current system to address implementation gaps instead, no? Such as maybe aligning CPD requirements with the current area or field of practice of the health professionals, encourage specialization-specific CPD tracks to recognize evolving role of health professionals, tiered CPD requirements based on the current location of practice and access, establishing clear guidelines on the provision of credit units po. Expand access to low cost to free modular and or online CPD programs, especially in rural or underserved areas in the private sector. We say this, Mr. Chair, even as your bill addresses the needs of the OFW, dahil ang DOH po ay may DOH Academy that actually is an online learning platform that reaches out to our health workers in underserved areas, in GIDA areas, for example. And finally po, encourage employer-sponsored CPD and workplace integrated learning. Thank you for the opportunity, Mr. Chair, to give our manifestation. Thank you.
Thank you, ma'am. Thank you. Thank you very much. Next, we hear from Dole. Dole, you have the floor, sir. Go ahead.
Magandang umaga po, Mr. Chair. Allow me po to read the statement from Undersecretary Felipe N. Egago Jr. po of the Department Legislative Liaison Office po. The Department of Labor and Employment acknowledges the intent of Senate Bill number 316 to address the practical challenges faced by our overseas Filipino workers in complying with CPD requirements. The proposed exemption aims to ease regulatory burdens, particularly for our OFWs engaged in time-bound or informal employment abroad.